Is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. We're going to start off here in college football where three-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal announcing on social media yesterday he is committed to the San Diego State Aztecs. Head coach Sean Lewis got his quarterback. NFL Chargers Raiders on Thursday Night Football tonight. Should be a awesome game. You're going to hear that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. In the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league after his third ejection of the season. Third ejection, by the way, in 15 games played. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Yeah, here we go again. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. A very, very special day here because this is the second and final day of the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. We're doing everything we can here to raise as much money as possible for this fantastic establishment that lives right here in our backyard in San Diego, Rady Children's Hospital. The stories, the families, everything that's been rolling through here the past couple days. Whew, man. Touching, pulls on the heartstrings. Meanwhile, Richie at home, he's better now. He's better. He got the green light to come back, except they said, maybe you should wait until the sick kids aren't at the radio station.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's a good call. So Richie should be back with us tomorrow on a Bar Cart Friday, brought to you by Keg and Bottle, 10 locations all throughout San Diego County. It's a good thing that the Rady Children's Giveathon is not on a Friday because it would be awkward, probably against the law. I'm guessing. So it's fine. It's fine. We're trying to raise some money, though. If you want to call 1-800-258-0007. The phone line's now open. Already getting a lot of crap being talked. Okay, it's happening. There, people are saying, "Hey, how come your window doesn't have as many of the little gift stickers as our window?" LaDonna really throws that out. Tries to cut deep right off the get-go. Was not fun. So anything we can do. We're here as a team. So we joke about it. But if you can text 760 to 51555 to donate, that would be fantastic. Meanwhile, a lot to get to here all day long. Some big happenings around the sports world, including football. It's gonna be a barn burner. Chargers at Raiders.
Yeah, I'm glad Rady Children's Giveathon fell on this week because really, ultimately it is a slow week in sports. And even on the fast-paced week in sports in the past, like we have stepped aside pretty much completely for a couple of days because it's important what we're doing over the next or yesterday and then today.
Yeah.
And Travis, I think a little patting on the back is well earned here at iHeart San Diego because while LaDonna wants to talk all the smack she can, and she will continue to do so throughout the entire offseason of Rady Children's Giveathon, yesterday was pretty special, man.
Yeah.
We had a couple of moments in studio that I ended up thinking about all day long yesterday, and I hope some of our listeners did as well. And if you didn't donate yesterday, today's the day. We have $300,000 more to raise today to get to our goal from last year. But text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. You're going to hear those numbers about 1 million times between now and 6 p.m., which is when the Rady Children's Giveathon for 2023 closes. But we got a lot of work to do. That's not to say that what we did yesterday wasn't impressive. Can I give you an update on the San Diego County Credit Union tote board?
Yeah, talk to me.
The total that we made yesterday. TD, we did $202,000.
Whoa, how about that?
That's in one day of work.
That
is from San Diego listeners.
Okay.
$202,000 yesterday.
We're pacing ahead of last year. Because I know we were not breaking the 200s as we started day 2. So this is good news, and it's all thanks to you guys out there listening. Appreciate you in a big, big way. 1-800-258-0007 or text 760 to 51555. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. See him drop 64 last night.
Yeah, and then get all pissy post-game because the basketball got taken away from
him. Yeah, and then tried to break into the opposing locker room. You good with
I
that?
think successfully broke into the opposing locker room to steal it away from a rookie who scored his first basket last night. I'm like, Giannis, you are going to score more 60-plus point games in your career. That's going to happen.
I thought the same thing. Is this the first one for him? I don't know.
It could be. I don't think it is.
If you scored a 70-point game, do you get rid of the 60-point basketball?
If you broke a record, I would understand it, but it's not like this is a record. We've seen players score 81 before Kobe did it. We saw Devin Booker a year ago score in the 70s. So it's like the Giannis thing last night. It screamed to me, playgrounder doesn't get his ball back, and so he's going to run after and try to beat up the second grader who took his ball.
Yeah, a little weird. It doesn't feel like Giannis to me.
No, it really didn't.
No, that doesn't strike me as his attitude. He's always been a very, very kind individual, at least what I've seen, very much a team player. And I could see him saying, I'd rather have the rookie take the ball. But is there only one basketball, the game ball?
I actually think there is only one in the NBA. They have to keep it consistent. But it did seem like ridiculousness. And everything that we went through yesterday on the show, between our interview with Aiden, who's our new best friend forever. How about the heartwarming moment from Reef, or really the heartbreaking moment from Reef, when we asked him about his doctor at Rady Children's Hospital, and he said, I'd probably be dead without him.
Oh.
That just was the showstopper of the day. And then you get to nighttime or later in the afternoon and you see, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely. Giannis Antetokounmpo pissed off because a rookie stole his basketball. Like, there are bigger issues here, guys. We don't need to be throwing punches on a basketball court. We don't need to be crying about a basketball that you can have a million of, Giannis. It doesn't matter. So yesterday put a lot of things in perspective for me. And then tonight is going to do the same thing over and over again because we have a terrible Thursday night football game. So by the way, get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch if you want to make tonight a little more palatable. But
it's true.
Yesterday, talking to these kids, talking to the parents who've had their lives turned upside down, and then Rady Children's Hospital righted the ship just a little bit, put everything in a whole new light for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, to put this game tonight in perspective, almost every game that was supposed to be terrible has been great. And the games that are supposed to be great have been terrible. So
I have a theory.
Who knows?
If we would have done a morning monologue today, which we're going to step aside from that because of the Rady Children's Giveathon, it would have been about 2023 being the year of the backup in the NFL. And a lot of times when we see these dog awful games on Thursday Night Football or Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football, it's a couple of backups going head to head. And that evens the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Unless it's a Raider versus Vikings game, which evens the playing field. But holy smokes, that was bad. So
at least it wasn't primetime.
That is true. That is true. It was not on as many televisions as it will be tonight. But good Lord. Bill Belichick, does he become the head coach of the Chargers at the end of the season? Because you talked about it yesterday. The rumor mill is that he's out of New England after this season. Brandon Staley obviously on the hot seat. There's no way Brandon Staley's not fired, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And it sounds like Bill Belichick is out too. Now, that's if you believe the reporting. I tend to believe Tom Curran. He's one of those guys that if he reports something, which it's not his normal day-to-day job, it's usually pretty accurate. So Tom Curran says Bill Belichick most likely out at the end of the season. I'm going to tend to believe that. Now, the Chargers hiring is funny because that's what the theory has been because it makes the most sense. Like, the Chargers need a head coach like Bill Belichick to come in and fix this disaster that Brandon Staley has created over the last 3 years with this roster that should be good enough to win a Super Bowl. But Bill Belichick would be the right person to come in, which is why I think there's no way the Chargers would ever do that because that is the correct decision to make. Oh my God, this is Hudson, and this is one of my favorite people we've ever had on, as well as Dad.
Yeah, we called an audible here, which we do often here as we're rolling through the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. Hudson and his dad James, how are you guys?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Doing great. Thank you. Thanks for having us in.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Hudson, we have got to talk to you the past couple years, but our listeners may not know exactly who you are. Why don't you talk about your story a little bit with Rady?
I was in the NICU for about a year, and doctors here helped save my life, and I want to thank the doctors. I come back every year, tell my story, because the doctors and nurses here at Rady Children's are amazing and saved my life. So that's why I come back every year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you have a very, very touching story, a heartwarming story. You have a heart of gold, man, and then you can tell when you walk around this studio, when you walk around this station. I mean, people gravitate towards you. You are a shining light, and you're here today because of the people at Rady. James, your dad, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now I got word here that you may have been at Rady yesterday. Were you at the hospital yesterday?
I was at the hospital yesterday for like a tiny checkup for.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
A tiny checkup.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
They stick a giant tube up his nose and and look down the back of his throat and make sure everything's working all right in there. So
Okay.
just a tiny checkup. You and I would be home having a nap.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Old hat here to Hudson. Dad, James, tell us about his time at Rady. What happened?
Yeah, so he had a giant tumor on his neck. It was it's called the cervical teratoma, and he was about 7 pounds, and the tumor was about 1 pound. And so Mom was the first exit procedure at Mary Birch. We used the tunnel, went over to Rady's HUD. Was a lot of firsts over there. He's what they call a major miracle. He's they couldn't find his airway, so they cracked him. So they intubated him through his sternum. He was
Wow.
first sternocostomy survivor there at his age, and we spent about a year there. And they took they did several tries and attempts to get that tumor off, but in the end, it was about a 25-hour surgery to get that thing off of him.
Man, what is your mind doing during that time?
Oh, it's incredible, right? I mean, it's just a complete gut punch right? When you start. And we had a 1-year-old at home, our first son, perfectly fine birth, almost 11 pounds. And this was a complete opposite experience. We knew going in, thankfully over at Mary Birch, they caught it. So that gave us the best chance of survival. And they did what's called an exit procedure. They took Hudson out, kept him attached. So he had an airway, so he had oxygenated blood, and then they went to work on him while he was still attached. So try to stack the deck a little bit there, but his ailment was so terrible that they had to crack him and intubate him. And it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it blows my mind the procedures that are done there that we can even do them. I mean, it's like bending science. But you're a lifeguard. You see all kinds of ailments, of trauma. I'm sure you have to do life-saving procedures. You ever see anything like this?
Nothing. I mean, it's incredible, and it speaks to the team over there. And that's really, you can't do that kind of stuff if you don't have just a incredible team.
Yeah.
And between the two hospitals, the team is amazing. And then once you get over to Children's, you're just like, holy cow, man, these people are on it. And they work as a unit, and there might be individual doctors and individual nurses, but the things that they do, they all work together. And really, it's really incredible how they saved his life.
Yeah.
James, Hudson, this is the third or fourth time we've had you guys in. And James, sorry, I can't see you. There's a cardboard here. But Hudson, I know you've been obsessed with sports your entire life. And I noticed as soon as you walked in, your eyes immediately went up to the betting TV we have up in here with all the lines and odds and everything. So much so you've started your own podcast now. It's up and going. You want to tell us about that and plug it and get all our listeners to go subscribe?
That's right.
Yeah. I've started my own podcast, and I've been getting into announcing games and starting to do more of the announcing games more than the podcast. So it's pretty crazy how hard it is to know right away. Okay, you have to know this, you have to know that on the spot. It's super competitive. It is a competitive environment, the broadcasting world. I went to a broadcasting camp this summer, and I don't know if you guys know Bruce Beck. Sound familiar?
East Coaster.
Yeah, I don't know the name Bruce Beck, but a broadcaster apparently.
Yankee guy.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It was pretty crazy. We interviewed Brian Cashman, and
Oh, no.
yeah,
That's pretty neat.
yeah.
That's pretty neat. What games do you like to call? What kind of sport?
Football. I've done mostly just football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
So,
Who's your team, man?
I'm a Giants fan.
Look at that. Look at that. How you feel about Tommy DeVito? Tommy Cutlets.
He's not the future, but he will work for now.
Well,
And he's getting wins for now. That's
Yeah.
3 wins in a row for Tommy Cutlets and his
Yeah.
agent.
That's right. That's right. Getting wins for now. But I mean, what is Danny Dimes the future in your eyes? No. There needs to be some changes out there in New York.
Yeah. He's supposed to be opted out in his second year. They'll probably opt him out of his contract. That $160 million disaster.
So it appears, right?
Yeah.
Well, should have given all that money to Saquon.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Without a doubt, huh?
Yeah.
Look, after a second year though, right? So he's got 1 year left. You gotta muddle through it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a Denver Bronco fan. We did this with Russell Wilson. It doesn't feel great. However, all of a sudden, that's kind of shaken out now. Russell Wilson doesn't look as bad under Sean Payton.
Russell Wilson.
That is true. Not Danny Dimes.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
1 year of Brian Dable.
Yes, there's all that.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Look, we need people to donate 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. You can be a hero by pledging $19 a month. If you become a hero, you will get 2 tickets to Sesame Place today, which is very, very fun.
And TD Hudson told us the NICU saved his life at Rady Children's Hospital. 44 kids are in the NICU waking up this morning. That means 44 babies were recently born so sick that they need constant medical care around the clock, and they're probably not going to be home for the holidays. So we learned a lot yesterday, and one of the big things we learned is that Rady Children's uses some of the money we earn over these 2 days and helps make Rady Children's Hospital a home for families during the holiday. And James, if you could just tell us some of the stuff that Rady Children's does to make you and your family feel at home while you're going through some of the worst things that you've ever gone through.
Yeah, well, we lived there for a year. So all those little fill-in nooks and crannies, those things they do to just kind of make you feel a little bit better, they do them. And it's kind of nice when the kids get a little older, they can go down. They have a toy room there. They can go down, especially around Christmas time. You go in there, you can get some Christmas presents. Yeah, it's just incredible what they do, and all this funding gives them the ability to get the extra tools to fill in the little corners for some of the kids that are sick there. They just did the Light the Way event, which is incredible. That
you lead that, don't you, James?
Yeah. The San Diego Fire Rescue Department and lifeguards come out. We surround the hospital with all the vehicles and lights and sirens. Pretty incredible. And it's just you look in there and you see these kids shining lights back at you or waving at you, and it always brings me back to the time and the year that we spent there. Just incredible. And it's a mission. Once you're in there, everybody's taking care of you, and you feel like everybody is on your team and they're there to get you healthy and get you out of there. But it's a mission. You put your head down, you put the blinders on, and you figure out how to muddle through your time there. And it's one procedure after the next, but it brings perspective, because no matter how sick you are, there's always somebody walking the halls there just a little bit sicker, or has got it a little bit worse than you do.
Right. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. We're talking with Hudson, his dad, James, there. And look, you guys said you spent a year at the hospital. Did you spend time through the holidays at Rady?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, we were there for almost an entire year.
Wow.
I mean, just couple months short.
What is it like? I mean, what's the feeling? I know you said there's a toy room downstairs, but does it feel a little empty, or does Rady figure out a way to make it feel like Christmas?
No, they fill it in. It feels very homey. It's funny though, because you're so focused. You're like, oh yeah, it's April. There's there's a giant rabbit in the courtyard, or it's just kind of, but it does do that, because you're running from one place to the other.
Yeah.
And you're going home, you're going to work, and then you're at the hospital, and you're just doing shifts.
Yep. Yep. No, I get that. And what I feel like Rady does is, as people say, hey, you become part of the Rady family. They bring you in, they welcome you with open arms. It's a feeling of love. I mean, the staff, the nurses, the doctors, everyone there, they love what they do, and they feel like, to me, it feels like they love their patients and love the families that come in.
Absolutely. We felt like we were with family, and we just had this group of experts that were here advocating for us. And then when you walk around, I mean, we were just there yesterday, and there's it's decorated beautifully, and there's lights. There's a big Christmas tree in the courtyard. There's wreaths all over the place, and you don't have to do that. Right? That's a
Right.
hospital, but you do that because it makes people feel good. There's always a dog walking around with some kind of outfit on that really just calms everything down.
Yeah.
And really focuses on that mental health.
We got to meet Murphy yesterday, and he's a great dog.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
James Hudson, you just said it. You have to go back to Rady Children's pretty frequently nowadays. Any nurses, any doctors you want to give special shout outs to? Try to get some of our listeners to text that number a little more. By the way, that number, you text 760 to the number 51555. Make a donation today.
Yeah. Like to thank Dr. Berger for what he did yesterday. For checking me out, making sure I was good and all right, because without that, you wouldn't know what was going on, or gave a good explanation of what was happening and how we can make this better. And it was always how we can make this better and how we can improve.
Yeah.
Always positive. And then Dr. Magic,
Yeah,
he's the
Dr.
guy.
Magic.
He's the guy who cracked him and saved his life. And the
Crazy.
Iceman.
Yeah,
It's the Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. What he did. He intubated him in about 18 minutes, which you talk to any doctors, and we meet a lot of doctors.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's just incredible. We called him Dr. Magic for
That's
for,
cool.
for about 10 years.
That's cool.
And then HUD realized his name was Magic.
Yeah, I think it was weird that that's funny. Odd that Fletch over here was really inquisitive about nurses. I don't know why. Why he wanted information on that. What's going on with that?
I don't know what you're
Hudson?
talking about, TD.
What?
Yeah, big shout out to the night nurses. So I was the night shift. I would work during the
Okay, all
day,
right.
and I would go. So 8 to 8, my wife and I would split shifts when we, you just got to
Yeah,
have somebody
yeah,
there at the
yeah.
bedside. And the night nurses were always my favorite for sure.
Yeah, that's fun.
Same with
That's
Hudson.
fun. Yeah. Oh man, Hudson, James, appreciate you guys stopping by. Incredible story. I mean, you truly are a miracle, Hudson, and we are. I mean, come on. How can we not be just happy you're here with us? It's a beautiful thing, and the people at Rady Children's Hospital make it happen. And that's why we're asking people to open up their hearts, open up their wallets if they can do it this time of year. 1-800-258-0007, or they can text 760 to 51555. Thanks again, guys, for being here.
Thank you. If you got a couple extra bucks, just call, text, and send some over, because it'll go to good use.
You guys are the best. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. We continue here next. Big Rich, Rady, and Fletch. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. Dash and Ryder are going to join us next. Some more stories of hope and healing. And Draymond Green, did he deserve a suspension, coming up next?
This update is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. We will begin with college football. Three-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal announcing on social media he is committed to San Diego State. Head coach Sean Lewis gets his quarterback in the NFL. Chargers, Raiders, Thursday Night Football. You're going to hear that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions do apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Yeah, it's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon, and we are doing everything we can here to raise as much money as possible for Rady Children's Hospital. And then joining us now in studio, a little special guest here, Alex Loker, Vice President of Philanthropy at Rady Children's Hospital. How you doing, Alex?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, last year, I think we deemed you the best voice on the radio.
Oh my goodness.
I think that happened.
This is a highlight for me right
What,
here.
is it? Is it?
Absolutely.
Look, Fletch and I, we know what Vice President of Philanthropy does. Of course, we're well versed, but I don't know if our listeners do. So why don't you break down what you do at Rady Children's Hospital?
Stop laughing first. So children's hospitals, especially, we need to raise a whole lot of funds to be able to let kids be kids, to be able to cover for the 55% that come into our emergency room that have no insurance or are underinsured. And a hospital is not a super fun place for children. So we have to go the extra mile for them, especially those who don't maybe have the resources to be able to have that entertainment come with them in the form of an iPad, or having parents that can take work off for weeks on end to go and sit with them. It's not an easy place, and our community does so much to be able to make it a little bit better.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. Things I don't even think about of, we take for granted. We have a phone in our pocket that I can hand to my kid or an iPad or whatever. And that's not the norm in a lot of cases. 55% come in without insurance. What does Rady do when that happens? Anything stop at all? They just move ahead.
They just move ahead.
Yeah.
We're a nonprofit hospital and we have to be here for this community. So that safety net is in place no matter what.
Yeah. And then one of the stories that, I guess, storylines that we hear so often is when they go to Rady's, they become part of that Rady family. You are one of the people who are part of the family.
Very proud to be.
Yeah.
Our team of nurses and doctors, you don't work at a children's hospital unless you care. 100% of the people there care very much and are proud of what we do. Now we're one of the best top 10 children's hospitals in the country. And that is something that we are so proud of. And our community should be too. It's a nonprofit hospital. It takes a whole lot of contribution for many, many decades from this community to have made us be able to provide the level of care that we now can.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I know people come in from all over, as you say, one of the top hospitals in the country. We hear stories of, oh, this person came in from Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada. How much of that is seen at Rady? Is there a percentage you have that comes in from outside of San Diego?
There is, and I don't know it offhand,
Okay.
but it's significant.
You blew it, Alex.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Not the first time I've heard that, but if you think about, if we're in San Diego and we have that resource right down the street from us to be able to receive that care,
exactly.
we don't have to be flying somewhere and trying to find a hotel and all that. We're thankful. We as parents are thankful and continuing to build this system for our kids.
That's exactly what I was getting to, of how lucky we are that it's right here in our backyard. And as we take for granted the fact that we have a cell phone that we can hand to our kid, if they're at the doctor's office or the hospital, same thing. We don't want to take for granted that we have Rady Children's Hospital right here in our back pocket in San Diego. And that's why we need your help. We need you to call 1-800-258-0007 or text 760 to 51555. Anything you can do, anything at all, goes a long ways. In fact, if you spend $19 a month, you become a hero. If you become a hero, Sesame Place will give you a pair of tickets. So as a thank you. So anything you can do, we appreciate it. Also, before I forget, Scott, thanks so much, man, for the early donation here. We love you, man. Thank you.
Budweiser Scott.
Budweiser Scott, he's our
driving
guy.
around his route this morning. Thank you, Scott. We do appreciate you.
That's right.
Alex, I think you might be a crazy person because you're the VP of philanthropy at a place that literally relies so much on philanthropy. Because you said it earlier, you don't turn anyone away for any financial reasons at Rady Children's Hospital. What drove you to make this crazy decision of picking up this as a job?
Accurate on a lot of fronts there, and are getting to be a volunteer when I was growing up and seeing how many people come together to do the fundraising that's needed to pull this all off. It's amazing. Right now in our phone bank, we have a very small little girl who is excited and a brownie, and they're with her mom answering phones, so excited. She literally jumps out of her chair every time the phone rings. We got a $100 donation a few moments ago, and the whole phone bank is completely excited and jumping around, and that's the kind of thing that is so inspiring. And right now our nurses get to come and do the phone bank with us. They're one of the ones answering the phones, and talk about an inspiring moment for them. After having to deliver very hard news on a regular basis, they're now getting phone calls with people who are grateful, people who are excited, and giving money to be able to help us keep going.
Well, let's let those nurses party right now in the phone bank. 1-800-258-0007. Call now, light up an entire room here, and make things a little bit easier over at Rady Children's Hospital.
Alex, I don't know if you heard and or saw yesterday. We gifted a child with a bike. Well, you guys did. We surprised them. She was not real happy with our bike give, and we got made fun of a lot for making her cry.
I heard about this. It is overwhelming sometimes for a child
That's what we're saying.
to talk to, you all on, camera and
Right.
with, radio. And
Right.
this is a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
So it wasn't our fault, is
it
what you're
was
saying.
not your fault. She then was riding, kind of into walls, but enjoying it right around the corner. So this was a really good thing. Gosh, ultimately a win.
She
for
played
sure.
us. She played us.
She did.
Okay. Well,
She won.
We felt awful. We talked about it a lot. Also, great radio as she broke down crying. No, it was, what you guys do here, it happened all day long where you were surprising kids with bikes. And I may or may not have cried a couple times
We all did.
watching them. Yeah, it's cool to see. You guys do amazing work at Rady Children's Hospital. How long have you been there?
6 years.
Okay.
Yep, very proud of that.
Did you grow up out here?
I did.
Look at you.
San Diegan. We
Look
love
at you.
those.
Yeah. Did you ever have any experience going to Rady?
I sure did.
Really?
And my kids have. I mean, the pediatricians in a lot of the major hospitals are Rady children's pediatricians, right? You go to UCSD, Sharp, those are our pediatricians. So all those preventative visits for keeping our kids healthy, that's us too. And then, of course, every 6 months, my little boys decide to, fall off of Sunset Cliffs and need stitches, that kind of thing.
Yeah. As
Fall
boys
the
do.
tree.
As boys do.
Run into something.
Right.
So, we're there a lot, like a lot of San Diegans with little kids.
Yeah. Was it Kaylin yesterday? Is that who had the bike accident?
Yes. That was our first guest of the day yesterday.
Right, which I thought I would never let him ride a bike again. And his parents were like, his kids got to be kids, man.
He's back on it right now.
Yeah, he's on the bike.
Well, guys, there's 386 children who are at Rady Children's Hospital right now waking up. That means there's 386 children who aren't playing with their friends today. They're not in class doing fun holiday activities. These kids and hundreds of others who are waiting in the emergency room and other departments and clinics here at Rady Children's Hospital right now all need your help. So text 760 to 51555, call 1-800-258-0007. Make a difference today. It's important. This is the last day we're doing this for the year. And like Alex was telling you, this money, it stays here in San Diego and it helps not turn families away because there's a lot of families that need help who can't afford it. Rady Children's will not turn those families away.
Yep, 1,000,000%. Alex Loker, Vice President of Philanthropy at Rady Children's Hospital here in San Diego. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us and telling the stories, warming hearts, filling hearts.
We appreciate you and your listeners very much.
Love it. The iHeart Rady Children's Giveathon. It's happening all day today. Today's the final day, so we got to make the push. We got to break the record here, but I talk a lot about my truck, right? I mean, I get it. People ask me, do you really love your GMC that much? The truth is, yes, I do love my truck that much. And when I'm asked why, I'm telling you, go ahead and go down and sit in one. Go, if you haven't sat in a GMC truck, go down to North County Cadillac GMC, sit in a new Sierra, and then look at the fit and finish, and you tell me if there's a better truck out there on the road. I guarantee you there's not. That's why I have owned 3 of them. The last one I sold with 244,000 miles on it. I don't think I'd own another truck ever again in my life. North County Cadillac GMC. I'm not the only one saying they're great. They were voted San Diego's best domestic auto dealer in the San Diego Union Tribune Readers Poll, and Jamie and his team over there, they're going to let you save big this December on Cadillac and GMC models. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, they're going to take care of you. Go down there and see them. Don't wait. Treat yourself right now. Treat yourself this holiday season. Put a big bow on the car, wrap it up, put it in your driveway for yourself, for your loved one, whatever you want to do. I mean, come on. It's a brand new GMC or a Cadillac. Visit North County Cadillac GMC in the heart of the Escondido Auto Mall to test drive and experience vehicles like the GMC Sierra 1500. You won't be disappointed. Or you can shop their huge selection of inventory online. North County Cadillac GMC, exceeding your expectations every time. The iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon continues coming up next. Yeah, those are the numbers. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon happening all day today. The final push here. We had a fantastic day yesterday. I think we broke a one-day record, our first day record. I mean, I think
so.
I feel like we did.
But day 2 is where we make the money.
That's right.
So
That's
day
right.
2 is right now. You have about 12 hours to make a big difference in this community, and we got some matching opportunities coming up.
Correct.
Not to delay any donations you want to make right now, but the matching hour is coming up like next.
I like it.
So maybe hold on a second.
I like it. I like it.
San Diego Sports 760 and the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon 2023. Day 1, we raised $202,000, which is outpacing last year where our total was at over $550,000. We want to get up over 600 this year. So whatever you can do, next hour, 8 o'clock hour, all through the Darren Smith Show, all through John and Jim, you're going to continue to hear these stories that are heartbreaking and incredible, and some kids who wouldn't be here without Rady Children's Hospital. And we want to make sure that the kids who are in Rady Children's Hospital right now, 386 of them, will have opportunities to come through these halls in the years in the future. And the only way that happens is with your donations.
Yep.
So get on the phone right now. Text 760 to 51555. Make a change right now.
Heartbreaking and heartwarming. Both. The stories are incredible. And you know what? It doesn't happen without all of our sponsors. San Diego County Credit Union, they're sponsoring the tote board here as we're watching the numbers tick up every hour. So we will get an update from the San Diego County Credit Union tote board here shortly, letting you know where we're at here, what we raised this hour. Jersey Mike's, Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego. I was actually just at Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, you know, trying to make a Christmas list. Turns out Sarah does not want that on the list. That's fine.
Can't imagine you riding a motorcycle.
Why?
I don't
An
know.
Indian motorcycle?
I don't know if I can imagine you on like a Harley.
Would you imagine me on like a...
Can you reach your
like a
arms up
crotch
that
ride?
high for a chopper?
I don't... It doesn't have to be a chopper. My arms don't have to be that long. You're talking about the ape hangers? The real tall bars? Nah, yeah, I wouldn't want that. I just want like a you know, little street bike. Little thing to tool around in. That's all.
You need to get better at sdfatloss.com.
That
if
is
you want
true.
a little one.
Come on now.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
Also,
Come on.
JLab Audio, SeaWorld, Sesame Place. By the way, if you become a hero today, between right now and 6 p.m. tonight, if you become a hero, meaning you make a $19 a month donation, which, what was the number again, TD, on how much that is a day?
$4.75
a week, right?
A week, yeah, 63 cents a day.
So if you can do that, you're going to get a pair of tickets to Sesame Place. Thank you to Sesame Place for sponsoring today.
Also, yesterday we saw some donations come in at $228, and I thought that's a unique number. They're paying for the year. They're being a hero for the year. So if you want to do that, that's fantastic as well. $19 a month over the year, $228. That's absolutely huge. And if there is a match, that $228 gets doubled. So just letting you know. But thank you again to everyone who's calling in, texting in, donating. Look, none of this happens without you. I mean, Rady Children's Hospital does not function without you. So we appreciate it. They appreciate it. This entire community appreciates it. The children, the family, all through the years who have been part of Rady's story appreciate it.
Can I paint a word picture for you real quick?
Yeah, paint the word picture.
I was running the board for the Darren Smith Show yesterday, and
Okay.
he had a guest on that was talking about the NICU, which, by the way, there's 44 babies waking up in the NICU this morning who aren't going to be healthy enough to be home for the holidays. They need round-the-clock care. But they were describing how big some of the babies are in the NICU, TD. And if you pull out your iPhone right now, that is the size of some of the babies in the NICU right now. So while you have that phone out, do yourself a favor, text 760 to 51555 or make the call right now. But also, if you pull out a single dollar bill and you fold that dollar bill in half, that is the size of a diaper that you would be using in the NICU at Rady Children's Hospital. So these are hopeless, helpless little babies that are having surgeries done, that are having round-the-clock treatment, and Rady Children's Hospital will save a lot of these lives. 44 beds full in the NICU right now that need your donations.
It blows my mind that that we could even have the technology to keep someone alive at that size.
How about surgery at that size?
That's exactly where my head was at as well. It blows me away. I did just see a donation come in as well. I think it was Grisham I think, for $228. So a hero for the year. Thank you so much. I mean, every time we do this, my heart just is bursting to see what everyone is doing here. Krishnan, thank you so much. I appreciate you out in Encinitas. Amazing.
By the way,
$228 donation.
Tax benefits with donation. You can be selfish about this.
Yeah.
We don't care. We just want your money. Tax benefits, free tickets to Sesame Place. By the way, the good feeling in your heart that comes with this.
Yep. The iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon, 1-800-258-0007. Or you can text 760 to 51555. When you make that text to 760, you're going to get a link sent back to you, and it takes about 45 seconds to make a donation. So you could pull over. Maybe you're in the drive-through line, getting a cup of coffee, make that donation. Anything you can do goes a long, long ways here, Rady Children's Hospital. But the Giveathon will continue coming up here next.
It's hour 2 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This update presented by DraftKings. We'll begin with college football. TD, I don't know if you saw this, but 3-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal announcing on social media he's coming to San Diego State, baby.
I saw it.
Darnay Tripp, by the way, did a great interview at NBC7 with Danny O'Neal. We're going to try to get him on the show soon. Seems like a really great guy. Head coach Sean Lewis got his QB. NFL, Chargers, Raiders, Thursday Night Football tonight. You're going to hear it right here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league after his third ejection of the season. He's only played in 15 games, so he's going at quite the clip. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions do apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Yeah, we're doing it, man. We're doing the thing. iHeartRadio, Rady Children's Giveathon happening all day today here on San Diego Sports 760. In fact, it's happening all day today here at iHeart San Diego. So no matter where you turn, we got you. Now you're going to hear all kinds of great stories that will touch your heart. They'll warm your heart. They will, they will pull on the heartstrings. And look, it's on purpose. We've done this before. We're trying to raise some money for Rady Children's Hospital. That's all. That's all we're doing. Which, by the way, doing fantastic work here in San Diego, our little community, which I understand we have a big community. However, it's a small town feel. It's nice to have something like this. It's so nice that people come from all over the country to go to Rady Children's Hospital because the level of care they will receive, because of the technology they have, because of the doctors that are there, the nurses, the staff, everything that they have is mind-blowing and changing lives. Not just changing lives, but saving lives. So we need you to call 1-800-258-0007 to donate, or you can text 760 to 51555. And I need my 7 o'clock notes here because I feel like we got something cool going on.
Oh, we definitely do.
Yeah, we do.
So a couple big announcements here. First big announcement is the San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board update, which is
Hear me?
$210,591.39.
We're talking
Where the
about-
hell does that 39 cents come from?
I found out
What?
if there's a credit card fee. Yeah, I know.
Use them debit cards, people.
That's what I'm saying.
But still, $210,000 so far. We got a long way to go because we want to get up over 6 this year. So make sure you keep those donations coming. 760 is the number that you put in the text box, but you text it to the number 51555. So start your message to 51555, and then the 760 is the body of the message. That will send you a link that will let you donate. It takes about 45 seconds. We've all done it at some point over the last couple of days here. So get on the bandwagon and go for it. And right now, double your impact because the Arthur and Joan Funk Charitable Foundation is matching every single donation this hour up to $10,000.
Bring on the funk. You got to have the funk now. Was I the only one singing that? There's no way I was the only one that was singing that.
Arthur and Joan Funk Charitable Foundation, thank you so much.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you
and
so
if you'd
much.
like a new theme song, TD's got you covered.
Yeah, $10,000, man. But here's the deal with the matching. We have to get to $10,000 donated if they're going to match the $10,000. So that's why every little bit counts here. Anything you can do will be greatly appreciated. It goes a long ways. Yep, they're holding up signs right now. They're like, it's matching hour.
Call me crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
One person could knock that out.
They could. They definitely could. One person could if they have $10,000 they'd like to donate. Boom, it would be doubled. It would become 20 grand in an instant. But honestly, if you have $10, I mean, come on.
$1.
1,000 people, $10.
We'll take it. And if you want us to shout out your business, anything that comes through here on our dashboard that has a business name on it, we will shout out your business. Yesterday, we had the barbecue place in Imperial Beach. Forgive me, I'm forgetting the name of the actual place.
Same. We'll look it up.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
But that was really cool to see. So if you want to shout your business out on the air, just send in a text donation, and we will make sure that happens.
Also, apologies. For some reason, sometimes I get an email saying someone donated, and I don't know the difference
That's
of
if
why.
they go to the San Diego Sports 760 link, which is fine. All the money's
Yeah,
going to the
right.
same
Oh, yeah,
place.
yeah,
But
without a doubt.
instead of being on the dashboard, that would come in an email.
Yeah, I just was saying that I missed a couple names yesterday, so I'll have to pull them back up and say thank you. But come on, thank you guys. It's absolutely amazing. Some big things happening around the NBA as well. We talked about Giannis Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo, which I butcher every time, and I have to think about how to say it. Am I the only one?
There's
the Greek freak really helps me.
There's a sneaky N in there somewhere, but it's Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes,
that's correct. Has a 64-point game, and then wants the game ball. Doesn't get it. It's swiped by the other team because a rookie scores his first basket in the NBA. So he decides he's going to try to bust into the locker room and take the ball. I didn't hear if he actually got the ball.
I don't know. Who cares?
Right.
Giannis is. This to me screams fifth grader stealing a ball from a second grader who made his first basket. It's just a little ridiculous, to be honest, for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The other big storyline out of the NBA is Draymond Green.
Yep.
Suspended indefinitely, which you, for some reason, didn't think that was even ejection worthy what he did.
Well, okay. Nah, I don't know about that. Here's the thing. I don't think he purposely was like, I'm going to throw an elbow at this guy's face.
Yusuf
Nurkic. Thank you. Yusuf Nurkic. I don't think he purposely was going to throw an elbow. I think he purposely flung his arms around like it was some weird flop. And I don't think he cared if he was going to hit him. But I think an elbow to the head was not his actual intention. It just happened to be that way. And now, because Draymond Green has been tossed 3 times this season, which season's pretty young, by the way, then anything that happens, he's going to get called on. So he gets called out, and now it's suspended indefinitely. And there should be something that happens here that's some sort of punishment for what happens. And I'm not trying to laugh or smile, but a doggy just walked in. Come on. You can come right over here to this chair. Yeah, so Opal the dog just walked in, and Opal has baseball cards.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So final thought on Draymond Green real quick.
Yep.
So this is the 3rd time he's been ejected this season.
Right.
He's only played in 15 games. So of course there was this long-term indefinite suspension coming for Draymond.
Yeah.
And the Warriors are falling apart, by the way.
Yeah, they are falling apart. Also, the Lakers, we talked about it. Was it Monday? Tuesday about raising the banner?
Oh, yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But now they're getting completely blasted online about it. So it's not just us. Look, they're raising a banner right next to the Britney Spears, or not Britney Spears, Taylor Swift banner. Taylor Swift, by the way, it was her birthday yesterday. And guess what? Travis Kelce wasn't there.
What a jerk.
So
386 kids this morning are waking up inside of Rady Children's Hospital, and Opal is a beautiful yellow lab who oftentimes will walk the halls at Rady Children's Hospital.
Elise, is this you put those headphones on, you can hear Fletch talking here. I know it. You got your hands full as you have treats. You have a ball here for Opal. You've got toys. And here, I'm going to move that microphone, or you can pull that microphone just a little closer to you. There we go. It's all working. It's all coming together. Elise, how are you this morning? Fantastic. Now you come in with Opal. Opal is a lab. Yeah, right. Yeah, I have a golden doodle at home with the golden retriever. A lot of hair. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they're not supposed to, but it's a lie. They have so much hair. What? Right. Well, maybe we were told wrong. He was a rescue, so who knows? But no, he's a good pup. Opal here, a beautiful puppy dog, a petite little puppy dog wearing a vest, and the vest is okay.
Patient at Rady Children's. And so Opal likes to represent him every time she comes to visit the kids. He loved Superman.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Opal, by the way, you have a ball in your hand. You said Opal, when you toss the ball, Opal will get some air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are we going to toss the ball right now?
Well, we could.
What? I thought you were getting ready to thw it. I'm like,
There's a lot of wires
yeah,
around
there is.
here.
There's a lot of things. You know,
she
they
may
brought
get in
a
trouble.
they brought a penguin in yesterday, and I asked if they could let the penguin roam around, and they said, "Well, it's not really penguin proof." I'm like, "What's the penguin going to do? Come on."
Elise, you've been working. We got to catch up a little bit during the last commercial break, and Opal has been working with the kids at Rady Children's Hospital for some better part of a decade here.
Yeah.
You have to have a million stories of different times that Opal has just changed around the entire mood of a room. But anything you could share with us about her day-to-day operations?
Well, she walks in with a smile on her face and trots down the hall, and the staff just drops to their knees, literally.
Yeah.
So she visits the staff, and then she trots into a room, and it completely changes the air in the room. The kids will go from crying to smiling. They leave their electronic devices, and all eyes are on Opal. She visits the family, the parents, siblings, friends, and then climbs in bed with the kids.
Oh,
And
come on.
Yeah, and they love it. She turns over, lets them rub her belly, and sometimes it's a hard time getting her out of bed.
Well, we say it all the time. We don't deserve dogs because dogs are the perfect animal and they just love you so much. But these kids at Rady Children's Hospital absolutely deserve dogs. And Opal deserves the love she gets from all these kids. But do you have a story you could share with us of a time where Opal really did change the entire environment at Rady Children's Hospital?
Actually, quite recently, I had a parent chase me down the hall, and her child had just had chemo, had not a great response. They got it under control, and she said she really needs a therapy dog. And we turned around down the hall, came back, went into her room, and she was just, it just changes the air in the room. She was so happy to have her.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like Opal knows what she's doing when she's there?
She knows where she's going. I bring out the vest in the morning, and she just can't wait to get in the car. I put the vest on her. She hits those halls with her tail wagging and a smile on her face, and enters every room. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
It provides a lot of feedback for her as much as for the kids.
And you said that the last interview you did, there were some donations that came in.
Opal's best friend Annie
Oh,
donated.
come on.
Yeah.
Best friend Annie donated. You can donate as well. 1-800-258-0007. You can text 760 to 51555. Anything you donate right now gets doubled. We got a $10,000 match going this hour. I said it earlier. If we want the match, we got to raise the 10 grand first. We got to get to 10 grand. So help us help with Opal's help get to 10 grand. We can do it.
I want to go in there and snuggle with Opal.
I know. Which, what's funny
Come on
is
down.
as Elise said, people literally drop to their knees when Opal walks in the room. It was right here in our studio. As you walked in with Opal, I turn around the corner and everyone's laying on the ground with Opal, including Ben Fletcher, who now is laying on the floor with Opal. Of course you are. Opal, by the way, fixated on, she's like, there are treats up there. Oh, look at Opal. Opal's the sweetest dog ever. This is fantastic. So I'm a dog person. I do love my dogs, and I do feel like they know, like you said, know exactly where she's going. I feel like they do know what is going on. I mean, as far as when Opal is around a sick child, does she act different when she's around someone who she can tell is in pain versus not?
Absolutely. She is so amazingly gentle. I'll point to where I want her on the bed, and regardless of what apparatus is around, IVs, everything, she will go into that spot, and she will slowly creep up to the child and turn around and spoon. And yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing.
So sweet.
So gentle.
What kind of training did Opal have to go through?
Well, she was originally raised to be a service dog at CCI. Right here in San Diego in Oceanside, and she decided on a change of career through her advanced training, and was released from the program to me, which I immediately brought her to Rady's, and she's been here ever since.
That's fun.
As a therapy dog. Yeah.
I'm looking at the stats on Opal's baseball card here. Born April 27, 2013. Almost her whole life doing service work.
Yes, in April will be 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
She'll be
Also,
11.
favorite treat, fruits and vegetables, which makes me think, has Opal never had bacon?
You're talking to somebody on a vegan diet.
Okay.
I would say
Of
Miss
course I am.
Lifeway.
Of course I am. Yeah. Oh, I meant vegan bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily we have 10 pounds of bacon. Bring in the bacon for Opal.
So crazy. We're also vegans.
Yeah. Yeah. We're totally vegan. Look at us, Elise. Don't we look vegan?
Right.
Yeah.
I believe that.
So there's 44 kids waking up in the NICU this morning. There's 386 kids waking up at Rady Children's Hospital today. 38 beds in the Peckman Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders today. 32 of those beds are full. 107 beds are full in the medical surgical units. 21 are full in the pediatric intensive care units. That is where your money is going to. Opal is going to be there to share love. It's your job to share some money. So please donate today if you can. Text 760 to 51555. We will see your name pop up on our little dashboard here. Timothy, by the way, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We got a hero in Timothy, $19 a month. He's going to get a pair of tickets to SeaWorld. And Timothy, you were making a big difference today.
Timothy from Valley Center representing the hometown here. I love that. Thank you so much, Timothy. Opal's nickname Chicklet. How'd Opal get that nickname?
Well, it's like a little mini chick.
Okay. All right.
She's a petite little girl.
Yeah, she is. She is, but she's adorable.
Yeah. She's a good girl.
Does Opal like the baseball being thrown or the frisbee more?
Oh, frisbee for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I left it in the entry. She's obsessed, but she loves the baseball.
Well, the baseball's nice and compact as you're going through the office here. Easier to toss around. Oh, you're gonna. Opal's like, I've done a lot of jumping today. You're gonna make me jump again? That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. The leash is off. The leash is off. All right. Come on, Opal. Come on. Okay. Oh, she's like, okay, I'll take the treat. All right. We got it. Oh, the ball. Yeah. Oh, so she, at least placing the ball right on Opal's head. Opal being very patient, trying to catch the ball. And she's doing tricks. She's getting tired. She's done the trick 10,000 times. And she's like, I'm good. If you want to donate, anything you can do right now. It's getting matched. It's getting doubled. 1-800-258-0007. You can text 760 to 51555. You can be like Timothy out in Valley Center, who became a hero, $19 a month. And being a hero is also going to get him a pair of tickets to Sesame Place. So very, very nice. Elise, Opal, we appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate you doing what you do. You are literally saving lives. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Fantastic. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. It's happening all day today. We are on our final push. We gotta do everything we can do if we're gonna break records here. So we need everybody to help. 1-800-258-0007. When you call, talk to the phone bank. You can say like, hey, I want this to go in the name of Opal because of what she does. So you can do that if you like. Text 760 to 51555. Anything you can do if you can open your heart. I promise you, it's going to go a long, long ways. And as we joke about different items here on the station, we do talk a lot about our weight loss. And yeah, I understand I'm not vegan, Elise. It's fine. But good news is I have dropped 30 pounds, which is incredible, right?
Good for you.
Well, thank you very much. I did it with SDFatLoss.com, by the way. The coaches, the staff over there, they showed me the healthy way to eat. They were like, hey, you know what? What you're doing right now, everything you're doing, wrong.
TD, did you take a single drug?
I did not.
Any injections?
No injections.
Did you count
no
calories?
drug. I didn't count calories. I didn't do any of that. I just ate
bacon?
that. You know what? I did actually have some low-fat bacon. I did have that. That
No
did
such
some. There's not the turkey bacon. Well, come on, Elise. You're killing me. No, SDFatLoss.com. Well, the great thing about SDFatLoss.com is they will show you the right way to eat, and they'll let you eat the things you love to eat. So if it's turkey bacon, they'll figure out a way to work that in. If it's not turkey bacon, that's fine. They'll probably be happier with that, like Elise. Listen, and you're also probably going, it's the holiday season. I don't want to start a diet yet. I don't want to lock myself in because I want to eat all the holiday meals. Well, guess what? Because you get to eat the foods you like, you can still enjoy these holiday meals. So if you want to start right now, SDFatLoss.com, they'll let you start right now. And they're going to save you $200 with their holiday special, right? It's happening now through December 31st. You can lock in the savings. You can start the program right now, or you can go, I'm going to start this thing in January as I kick off my New Year's resolutions. They're flexible. SDFatLoss.com. They'll take care of you. So stop the yo-yo dieting. Don't do the fad diets where you lose a bunch of weight and as soon as you stop, you gain it right back. Don't do that. You're going to be unhappy. Don't do these fad diets where you have to take some injection. You know what it is? It's an appetite suppressant. As soon as you stop the injection, you're going to gain the weight right back. Not with SDFatLoss.com. Go there right now. Schedule your free consultation today. You got nothing to lose except unwanted pounds. SDFatLoss.com. The iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon will continue here next. Big Rich, Rady, and Fletch.
This update is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. We're going to start off in college football here, where three-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal has announced on social media that he is committed to San Diego State. Coach Sean Lewis gets his QB. NFL Chargers Raiders on Thursday Night Football tonight. You're going to hear that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league after his third ejection of the season. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Yeah, it's Big Rich, Rady, and Fletch. It's San Diego Sports 760. It's the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. We are doing the thing. We are raising money here. Angela Fletcher from Merced.
Hey, that's Mama Fletch.
$100 donation. Guess what, Mama Fletch? That gets doubled. Yeah, we got a $10,000 match going, and Mama Fletch adding to that. How about that? Cliff Albert over on Kogo just donated $1,000. God, Cliff Albert, come on. Look at the hearts that are opening up here for the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. How about that?
Have you heard Cliff's story about Rady Children's Hospital?
I have, and it makes me cry.
He makes me cry every year.
Okay, so one, Cliff is a storyteller.
And he's one of the greatest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
Right. And so when he starts to lay it out, it starts to really pull on the heartstrings, which that's what we're doing here all day long. 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. And the stories that you hear all day are very heartwarming. They're very touching. They're on purpose. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, help you open up the wallet a little bit.
Not a coincidence
Sneaky.
at all, by the way, that my mom donated right after we had a Yellow Lab in studio.
Oh, yeah. So Opal.
Mhm.
Opal's the reason. Well, how about Landon? Landon, who's joining us here in studio right now. Landon, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. You got your sister, Lily? Okay, all right. And then Mom, Ann?
Yes.
Oh,
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. There's been some audibles called here, so we're trying to get on the same page. So Landon, do you want to tell your story? You want me to have your mom do it?
I'm fine with my mom doing
Okay,
it.
all right. And what's Landon's story?
Well, back on November 17th, 2020, we ended up at Rady's. Prior to that, Landon used to play soccer, and he was a beast on the field. Scored seven goals a game, like he was out of control.
Right.
So it got to a point though where he couldn't even make it up and down during practice, couldn't even practice. So we knew something was wrong. So we went to Rady's, and immediately, because he was having shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, they did an x-ray and they found a mass the entire size of his chest.
Oh my gosh.
It had compressed his heart, collapsed his lung, and pushed down on his kidneys. And instantly we were rushed to the PICU. From then, the next week was a blur. They ran a bunch of tests. We knew it was cancer. We just didn't know what type of cancer it was. So to find out what type of cancer it was, this hero over here had to have a bone marrow aspiration, a lumbar puncture with chemo in his spine. He had to have a chest tube installed because his lungs kept collapsing. And he had to have a PICC line installed in his leg because his chest was compromised. And so that's how he would get his chemo for a while.
Wow.
All of these procedures had to be done with no anesthesia. Yeah. So shout out to Child Life at Rady's. They're amazing. They're there for our children.
Oh, my goodness.
They're the ones who can hold their hands during procedures that we're not allowed as parents to be in. And they're just amazing. Everyone there, the doctors, the nurses, at the PICU, inpatient. We were there on HEMOC. We spent the entire holiday season of 2020. It was a horrible year for COVID as well. In the hospital. He didn't get to leave until January of 2021.
Whew-wee. Okay, Ann, you're sitting here telling the story. I hear your voice quivering.
Yeah.
It's making me, get the tingles. I'm trying to hold it back here. Meanwhile, Landon, laughing. It's fine. Yeah, no big deal. He's like, yeah, it was funny. It was cool. Man, oh man, no anesthesia as they did this. How'd you make it through that?
They gave me a medicine that erased my memory.
Right on. Men in Black.
Yeah.
That's Men in Black. It's cool. It's cool. Did they really? Can they do that? We have that?
Well, they have, yeah, they did. They
How
gave
do
him
we
medicine.
get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some embarrassing college moments that I'd like to
right.
go
There's,
bye-bye.
there's a lot of things that could we pick and choose?
But Mom Ann said that Landon was in the pediatric intensive care unit. This morning, 21 children are waking up in the pediatric intensive care unit. Those are kids who may not be heading home for the holidays. They may be in Rady Children's Hospital. That's what your money is doing right now. So 760 to 51555. That's the text version. Make that text happen. Make a difference right now so Landon can keep smiling like he is while Mom is over here breaking down in tears and getting everyone else there as well.
Man, and how long was Landon in the hospital?
He was actually in and out for the next probably a year.
Wow.
And he actually is still under treatment. You look at him, you wouldn't even know.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He is still in treatment until April of next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So you keep going back.
Oh,
You
yeah.
love it. He's like, I really dig it.
Well, there's something else Landon loves, and that's Fortnite, right?
Yes, I like playing Fortnite.
How do you do with the emotes? Are you pretty good at the dances?
Yes.
You want to show some off?
Oh, he'll do that. Yep.
She's like, I wasn't prepared.
Not prepared right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
Fortnite was actually the only way that those two could interact while he was inpatient.
Okay. Okay. Those two meaning Landon's sister, Lily. Lily, you're at home playing
Yeah.
Fortnite with your brother in the hospital.
Mhm.
How did that time period work for you? What was the experience like?
It was fun being able to like talk and be able to play with him because I wasn't able to see him. Yeah, it was fun. But also sad.
Rough time. Yeah.
Being
Man.
with him. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you look, your tears in your eyes. Don't do it. I was just saying, I got called out in the hallway because I got teared up from another interview last hour, and I'm like, don't start crying because I'm a sympathy crier, and I will cry along with you. So you got to hold it together, Ann. Come on, this show's gonna fall apart. This show's gonna fall apart. Luckily, Rich isn't here. Rich out sick today, so we thought, you know what, you should probably stay home. We should probably stay home in case Landon stops by. But if he will start crying, I start crying, and he cries at everything.
So the Peckham Center, which is part of where Landon was treated, has 20,000 patients visit per year. 286 kids diagnosed with cancer at Rady Children's Hospital last year. So this is what your money is doing right now. Landon is here smiling, laughing, talking about Fortnite because of your donations. 760 to 51555.
Yep. Yeah, that's it, man. And when you text 760 to 51555, you're going to get a link back. Click on that link. It literally takes 45 seconds to put in the information. If you donate $19 a month, if you pledge $19 a month, you become a hero. Sesame Place, one of the sponsors here, they're going to give you a pair of tickets for becoming a hero. So there's all kinds of good things, happening. And he went in November of 2020, fun time of life. You had to be there during the holidays.
Absolutely. I was there the entire time.
What's it like at Rady during the holidays?
They are actually amazing there. They decorate, they have light the way. So we were able to see some of the camaraderie and just bring Christmas to the hospital. He actually woke up on Christmas morning with gifts from Santa there. His sister actually waited to open up her Christmas gifts till he got home. But it's just amazing. They really do take care of you, and you really do feel like a part of a family there.
Yeah, that's everybody that comes through mentions that we're part of the Rady family.
Yeah.
And they bring you in, they become the family. Do you I mean, obviously you still go there. Are there nurses and staff members that you are still in touch with who maybe you don't see on a monthly basis or weekly basis, however often you go in here, Landon? As he's still laughing, he's like, yeah,
he has his favorites there. I mean, he has a special bond with each of them. It's quite funny. I'm really close to one of the nurses that performs his procedures, and we share recipes every time I'm there.
What kind of recipes we talking here, Ann?
Everything, cookies, like she does
Cake.
Fun.
Yep, cake.
Wait, hold on.
We like
Look,
cookies
look
and
at me. I have cookies and cake. That's
Thanks,
my
Maria.
love language, and I'm wondering. I mean, weird you didn't bring any in. It's fine.
This was
But-
sprung on us
Okay,
this morning.
okay. Oh, it's Sarah's fault over here. That's fine. That's fine. It's cool. We didn't want any cookies at all. No problem at all.
Landon, before we say goodbye to you today, and Lily, you jump in here too. What are we asking Santa for this year?
Me, I'm asking for a VR headset, new shoes, video games for my PS5, and also a USB.
Backing
with
off here. It says
storage.
Santa's got a lot to do.
Santa, make it happen.
That's something you can do. I mean, if you start breaking it down price wise, I'm just saying, Santa, it's a little heavy handed there, Landon. Lily,
What about you?
Yeah.
Probably just clothes. Even though I already have a bunch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe a new closet.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
could
Okay,
fill.
that'll work. Yeah, just another closet and more clothes. Well, look, we need your help here for the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. Let's save some lives, huh? 1-800-258-0007. Text 760 to 51555. Anything you can do will go a long ways. In fact, anything you can do is going to be doubled this hour because we have a $10,000 match. So, you all right? How about that, Ann?
That's
Huh? Landon,
amazing.
Lily? Yeah, $10,000. That might help at Christmas time. So, no.
Yeah.
No, anything. It's going to get doubled, but we got to get to the 10 grand if we're going to double it. So we need your help. Anything you can do, we would love it. Landon, Lily, Ann, thanks for sharing your story. Thanks for being here today. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you guys are the best. What we got going on here, Fletch?
Well, TD, it's Pixmas time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Pixmas time is here. Time to get Kevin Durant on a discount on prizepicks.com/Fletch. Pixmas means you are going to get brand new, beautiful little entries in your prize picks folder every single day.
Wait, hold on, everybody. Can you just hear how Fletch is landing this plane right now?
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's pretty impressive, right, Landon? Yeah, he's like, yeah, Fletch is real good at this.
Landon, once you turn 18, I'm going to hook you up, buddy, with prize picks because prizepicks.com/Fletch. Right now, I just opened up the app. Kevin Durant, you can place him in your entry tonight to get more or less than 1 point in his game tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. I promise you this, Kevin Durant is going to get more than 1 point tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. So that's what Pixmas is all about. Prize Picks is here to hook it up. And if you go to prizepicks.com/Fletch, you are going to get a $100 bonus match of your first deposit. My favorite part about Prize Picks here, it even offers a reboot policy so that your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half, does not return in the second, that player is rebooted. Prize Picks, the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. And if you want me to sing the song, I will sing the song one more time. Pixmas, time for Kevin Durant on a discount.
Yeah.
Prizepicks.com/Fletch.
Yeah, iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon continues next.
It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. It is the 2023 iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. You just heard those numbers. The donations have been flying in this hour. Thank you to everybody who's donating. That Landon interview brought in a ton. But right now, we're going to head to Travis Dale, who is in the phone bank of the 2023 iHeartRadio Rady Children's Hospital. TD, how's it looking over there?
It is looking great here over in the phone bank. Make some noise. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got a full house. But we need these phones to ring. So what's that number one more time, Fletch?
The number is 1-800-258-0007 or text 760-51555. But I want to hear phones ringing on the air. So 1-800-258-0007. Call right now because right now your donation is matched. We have a $10,000 match going for the next 10 minutes with the Arthur and Joan Funk Charitable Foundation.
Yeah, we do. I'm looking here. We got the San Diego County Credit Union team right up front. Yeah. Fletch, I noticed right off the bat, they have a bowl of candy. I don't think we got a bowl of candy, which is fine. It's fine. Ours isn't movie quality.
Steal it.
I'm going to steal the bowl of candy. That will happen. Looking at the San Diego County Credit Union tote board, last hour we got up to 210,591. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we can click this thing over to 300 before we finish the show, huh? Make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. What? Is there music playing?
No.
Oh, it's a call. I was like, what happened? People are calling, Fletch. They want to donate. They got to move the needle here.
Well, call right now, 1-800-258-0007. That story we just heard from Landon and his mom, Ann, and his sister, Lily, that was the first one that I think really floored us to the point where Travis Dale had real tears coming out of his eyes. And it's because you hear about the kid that Landon was before they found the tumor, and then the kid that he is now. He's smiling, he's laughing, he's having such a good time. Meanwhile, we would never know that 2 years ago he was in the hospital fighting for his life every single day without anesthesia.
Look, real men cry, Fletch. Real men cry. It's fine. Sitting next to producer Mary walking away. That's weird. It's fine. It's totally fine. How we doing over here? What do we got going on? Are you answering phones at all, Kara?
Oh, yeah. We are busy. The phones have not stopped ringing. We hear a lot of our sports callers, but we want to hear more. Y'all are always fun to talk to on the phone, so call in. We're ready for you.
Yeah, you know what? I think maybe I'm going to grab a headset so I can answer the phone. Alex joined us in the 6 o'clock hour. Alex, are you answering phones at all?
Oh, I sure am. Hearing great stories, too.
Great stories that we've heard all day long, stories that are going to tug on your heart. They're going to make you open your wallet, and that's a good thing because we got to hit this $10,000 match. Do we know where we're at on the $10,000 match? Yeah, they're like, we're close. We need hundreds of dollars. There's a donation right there. So we're getting a little bit closer, but we got to hit 10 grand if we're going to get the 10 grand. So we need all your help. Text 760 to 51555. It's easy. You'll get a link, tap on the link. Within 40 seconds, you'll have that donation done.
And call 1-800-258-0007. Talk to Alex, talk to Travis. They're all in the performance studio right now answering phones. So call that number, 1-800-258-0007. Right now, everything is matched. And be selfish about this. Use this for tax benefits. We'll shout out the name of your business. We don't care. We just want your money. So make sure you call right now, 1-800-258-0007. Call now. Make a huge difference for the folks over at Rady Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I'm next to Kimberly right now. She's literally taking a donation. Meanwhile, right next door to her, what was your name? Eliza. Eliza playing Minecraft. So we need the phone to ring immediately. So Eliza, you can do some donations here. Get some donations.
Yeah. Please call me.
See? She's begging. Meanwhile, they've opened up a can of Nova Kombucha. I don't know what's going on in here, Fletch.
It's a party.
It is
There's
a party.
7 minutes left to match your donation. So call right now, 1-800-258-0007. We can hear the phone going off in there. TD, answer it.
Yeah, I will answer it. Landon just came back in. Landon, are you going to do one of these dances? No, he's still not prepared. Still unprepared. It's fine. Yeah, it's cool. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. When's the next interview?
At 7:30.
So you missed it. Okay.
8:30, my bad.
Okay, good. It was a lot like me. I just blow right by him, and then I say, I did not see that email. You have to learn that phrase.
I did not see that email.
Perfect. I mean, we're dialing it in here. I feel like we're doing a lot for the kids, Fletch.
All right, TD, we do have to take a break. So you say goodbye to everyone there. Start answering some phones so we get to that $10,000 match.
Make some noise here, people in the phone bank.
All right, we will be back with more of the 2023 iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Thursday. Thank you to the Performance Studio. Thank you to the donors. We'll be back with more in about 5 minutes from right now. Hour number 3, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Thursday. This update presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. Starting off with college football, 3-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal announcing on social media he is committed to San Diego State. Coach Sean Lewis gets his quarterback. NFL, Chargers, Raiders, Thursday Night Football tonight. You're going to hear it right here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league after his third ejection of the season a couple nights ago. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions do apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. Richie out sick again today. He got the green light to come back, but then they said, you know what? Since there's going to be some Rady Children's Hospital patients here, maybe you should stay, not spread that around. It's bird flu at home, Richie. We'll see you tomorrow. Then you can infect TD and Fletch. So we said, that sounds great.
And everyone else who's here for Bar Cart Friday.
That's right. It's a Bar Cart Friday brought to you by Keg and Bottle. 10 locations all throughout San Diego County. Looking forward to that. Also looking forward to this as we are trying to raise money for Rady Children's Hospital. It's another match hour. Okay.
Not just any match hour.
No, it's not. It's not. $20,000. An anonymous patient family is doing the match for 20 grand. And then they said, you know what? Let's make this a triple match hour. So everything you donate this hour, the 8 o'clock hour, will be tripled.
So if I donate $1, TD, how much is that?
$3.
If I donate $100, how much is that, TD?
$300.
If I donate $1,000, TD.
$3,000. Yeah, but here's the catch. In order for us to get the 20 grand, we have to raise 20 grand. So we need your help. We need anything you can do to make this thing go off so we can get that $20,000 anonymous patient family match. Call 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. Boom, James.
$20.
$20,
Thank
just
you,
like
James.
that.
We need 50 more Jameses this hour. Let's go. Everyone donate $20. If you want to become a hero, you're going to get a free pair of tickets to Sesame Place. That's $19 a month, which is like 63 cents a day. Come on, figure it out, people.
And last hour, there was a $175 donation from
that was Glenn.
Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn. That was last hour. That was doubled, but right now you have an opportunity to triple. So, Glenn, if you want to come back in, double dip.
Well,
just saying.
That $175, by the way, became $350.
Yes, it did.
So how about that? So then the total on our San Diego County Credit Union. I don't know. I can't find it. $227,026.52. Boom. I opened up. I opened up a text message and it was the Rady Children's Hospital, the one at the top of the page, telling me that I can donate this hour. So how about that? That's what pros do.
I don't know. Can't find it.
Yeah. I felt like Jim Russell right there.
You sounded like Jim Russell right there.
Is that good?
But seriously, we've had some crazy stories today. Hudson in the 6 o'clock hour. If you missed it, Hudson is following his dream right now of being a sportscaster. And the dude knew more than TD and I about what's going on in the world of sports, which shouldn't come as a surprise to our listeners. But Hudson was incredible. Hudson, who is a miracle baby. They had to crack him open as a child. And you say crack him open. No, literally crack him open as a baby, as a newborn in the NICU at Rady Children's Hospital. And that's just, it's procedures that don't get done anywhere else in the world, but they get done here in San Diego. And they get done here because of the charitable aspect of Rady Children's Hospital. It is a nonprofit. They do not turn away a single family that walks through the doors at Rady Children's Hospital. The reason they're able to do that is because of this, what you're doing right now out there, San Diego. So 386 kids who are waking up at Rady Children's Hospital this morning, they need you. They need you to step in as their proverbial aunts and uncles in this community to go ahead and donate. So 760 to 51555. That's how you text. Call 1-800-258-0007. TD, you were just over in the phone banks. Yeah. What's the vibe in there?
Oh, they're fired up. And look, you know what? That's the vibe all over the station, right? Everybody is beyond excited, beyond happy, because we're doing things here that will literally save lives. And all the money that's donated stays local. It stays right here in San Diego. So everything is going to Rady Children's Hospital, which is a staple here in San Diego. But we are beyond lucky to have a Rady here in our own backyard.
Rich Ornberger.
Rich Ornberger. Yes. Texting in $250. Guess what, Richie? That's a $750 donation.
And we thought he wasn't listening.
Yeah, we thought he wasn't listening.
Good morning, Richie. Yeah. Thank you, man.
Can we call Rich? We should call Rich. We know he's awake.
He should call us. He knows the number.
He does. Call now,
also,
Rich.
Brenda, right before Rich, that was $200. That becomes $600 right now. Thank you to everybody who's donating. The 8 o'clock hour is always our biggest. We want it to be even bigger this year. So donate now, 760 to 51555. Yeah, Brenda with $200 right there. Rich with $250, James with $20. Whatever you can do this morning, make it happen. You are making a huge difference.
Yeah. Also, huge thank you to the sponsors here helping this thing go off. Obviously, San Diego County Credit Union. They're sponsoring the tote board here. We got the San Diego County Credit Union team that's literally filling up the phone bank. They got their SDCCU sweaters on, their Christmas sweaters. What a lovely, lovely group of people. So make those phones ring so they can pick it up and take those donations. Also, Jersey Mike's, Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, J-Lab Audio, SeaWorld, and Sesame Place. And Sesame Place, by the way, they're going to give you a pair of tickets if you become a hero. To become a hero, $19 a month pledge. That's all you got to do. And you're going to get a pair of tickets to go to Sesame Place.
And the most important sponsor of this hour is the anonymous family who was helped by Rady Children's Hospital and was moved so greatly that they've decided to join this Giveathon every single year. They are matching every donation this hour up to $20,000. Mm-hmm. But in order to get that $20,000, what do we have to do, TD?
We got to raise $20,000.
Challenge extended.
Woo! Yeah. Challenge extended. Also, did you see Cam Newton talk yesterday?
Cam Newton can miss me with everything he's saying.
Well, he's saying that Brock Purdy.
This wasn't yesterday. This was over the weekend.
Oh, it was the weekend?
And
I just saw it yesterday.
Well, it's starting to filter out to the national shows. Everyone has the exact same reaction.
You
which
haven't
is
mentioned it.
Eye roll.
Well,
eye roll.
Okay. It is an eye roll.
Cam Newton's out of this league. Do you know who's older than Cam Newton and in this league? Joe Flacco.
That is correct.
They could have gone. The Cleveland Browns could have gone to Cam Newton. They didn't.
So what Cam Newton said was that Brock Purdy is a game manager, not a game changer.
Not just Brock Purdy.
Not just Brock Purdy. That is correct.
Too.
Dak Prescott. He actually mentioned Patrick Mahomes before he went into the diatribe about Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy being game managers. Tua Tagovailoa, he also said, is a game manager, not a game changer.
So Cam Newton goes to the three people who are at the top of the list for MVP this season in terms of betting odds, and Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa. Not in that order. Dak is first right now.
Right.
But he went to them and said, yeah, these guys suck at football. They're not even good. Like Cam Newton, if we're going to be completely honest here, you had one incredible season, and that was one of my favorite seasons of NFL football to ever watch. It was this 2015 MVP year. They had one loss on the season. They made it to the Super Bowl. They lost to somebody in that Super Bowl, didn't they, TD?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
Denver Broncos.
They did lose to the Denver Broncos.
But Cam Newton had that one year where he was incredible. He was the best player in football, one of the best athletes on the field in every single game he played in. Other than that year, Cam Newton's career, if you look and go side by side with Dak Prescott has had a far better carear.
Oh, without a doubt.
Cam Newton has.
In fact, after that Super Bowl game, that's when Cam Newton's career kind of came to a halt. I mean, it was almost like it got in his head, and he couldn't be the Cam Newton he was, or he just started to run out of gas. I don't think Cam Newton is a bad quarterback, but if you're talking about a game manager at this point in his career, if he were to come back and play, you think he's a game changer? Or he'd be a game manager.
And here's the problem with Cam Newton's whole argument. If he was less of a game changer and less of the Superman and less of the just go out and break everybody, he'd still be in the league.
Right. Oh, without a doubt.
The reason he's not in the league anymore, even though he's trying desperately to get back in, is because of the way he played football and because he was less of a game manager.
Did you, speaking of Joe Flacco, did you see his son calling him out about his bad play?
I did not.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
He's playing pretty good.
He is playing pretty good. However, after the game, I guess his son went up to him and talked about a couple of plays. He's like, where are you throwing that ball, Dad? The wrong people.
All right, well, that's our NFL talk because tonight's NFL game, Thursday Night Football, you can listen to it, by the way, right here on San Diego Sports 760, but it's another backup game. Aiden O'Connell against Easton Stick.
Yeah, I know.
This might be one that I honestly skip.
You're not going to skip it.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I know. You say it. You feel like you
Well,
want
I got
to,
a
but
prize
you're
picks
not
lineup
going to.
set already for this one. I need Easton Stick and Aiden O'Connell to go less than their projected stat totals.
Right. Yeah, you need that. Also, did you see the NFL, Roger Goodell, commissioner? He came out and said that we all need to look towards banning that hip drop tackle.
I agree with that. Also, the NFL moving to 8 overseas games next year instead of 4.
Right. And a new country on the list, Brazil.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for Brazil. I mean, I don't know.
Cheerleaders.
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen some of the scenery in Brazil.
Pretty awesome.
It's pretty
By the way,
awesome.
wasn't our pal Pistol Pete Penguin
from Brazil?
From Brazil.
Pistol Pete Penguin was a
I
game
did not
changer.
know that there were penguins not in cold places.
Okay, yeah. Also, like the puffin, which lives in warm places, is part of the penguin family.
If you're wondering why we're talking about penguins, 6 o'clock hour yesterday at the Rady Children's Giveathon, SeaWorld came by, and SeaWorld came by with Pistol Pete, who is this tiny little penguin who was so incredibly sweet.
I don't know if he was tiny.
He was pretty small.
How big do you think they would be?
I'm thinking penguins are like my size.
That would
Emperor penguins.
What is this at Billy Madison? Emperor penguins aren't your size.
Are they smaller than
Do you
me?
think there's 6-foot penguins walking around?
I do. Emperor penguins.
What the hell
Hang
happens in your dreams? Emperor penguins are not 6 feet tall. They're probably 3.5 feet tall. As you Google this, I'm going to say 40 inches.
4.5 feet.
Oh, wow. But it's taller than I thought, actually. 4.5 feet is actually a pretty tall
Wouldn't
penguin.
that be terrifying?
That'd be very large.
But the reason SeaWorld was here is because it is the Rady Children's Giveathon, and we need your help right now. It is a triple match hour. Every single donation made this hour is going to be matched up to $20,000. But in order to get that $20,000 match, we have to get to $20,000 from our listeners. So make sure you text right now, 760-51555, or call 1-800-258-0007. We got more guests scheduled for this hour. They're going to be coming in. TD's going to cry again. All of you running around out in your cars today, we actually got this text earlier today from the 631. These stories, man, how many times can I cry in one drive to work today?
Right.
Great job, guys.
Right. Yeah. No
Landon
kidding.
got us too, man.
Oh my gosh. It's been every single one of these. It's been fun. We have some guests waiting outside here, and I do believe they are our next guest as we're trying to wave them in. We don't really know because the schedule has changed, and that's fine. Meanwhile, the text and donations keep coming in here. Melissa, thank you so much. Anne, thank you so much. Anything you can do goes a long ways, and you can call 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. In, like I said, anything you can do. And when you text 760 to 5155, you're going to get a text back. It'll have a link there. You just tap on that link, and in less than a minute, you've donated.
TD, while you get everyone set up in there, I'll run through some of the numbers of what's happening at Rady Children's Hospital today. Today, there are 386 kids waking up at Rady Children's Hospital. That's 386 kids who aren't in the classroom with their classmates. That's 386 kids who most likely will not be home for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And those are the kids that need your help, and that's where your money is going to today. So again, text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. 58 beds in the main campus neonatal intensive care unit. That's the NICU. That's the story we were telling you about, where there are babies in there who are the size of your iPhone. 44 of those beds are full this morning. That means those babies were born so sick that they need constant medical care around the clock. And TD, that's who we're doing this for. So text 760 to 51555. And why don't you introduce us to our next guest?
Well, we got Kellen in here. We also have his parents, Christina and Terrence. Kellen, how are you, bud? Right on. Now this is, I think we've met now the past few years, and your parents would do the talking. This time they walk in, they're like, yeah, Kellen's got it. He's he knows the story now. We're just here as a support group to throw high fives, basically. But let's back it up. Your story actually started while your mom was pregnant. While you were, why? So what happened?
I think Mom, you have to.
She's got to start here.
Okay, we'll defer to Mom on this part.
All right.
Technically, he wasn't born yet, so. So we found out when I was about 20 weeks pregnant that Kellen had a couple holes in his heart and his aortic valve was small. But then the big piece that was like, oh, this is like a big deal, was his aortic arch was not formed completely. So without that piece, blood literally cannot get out of your heart into the rest of your body. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, there's a hole in the tube, and as the heart pumps, it's not going where it should go.
Nope.
It's just, okay. Fantastic. Fantastic news. Scary.
Super scary.
So,
Yeah.
were you already at Rady when this was happening, or they find out and they said, you need to go to Rady?
So they found a couple of like the smaller holes at my OB doctor, and then they sent us to Rady's. And then it was their team of specialists that did ultrasounds in the cardiology department, got involved right away and met with us a couple times about some options. And yeah.
Very scary.
Yes.
What's going through your head?
Honestly, like for a minute, nothing, because you just feel like you got hit by a train, like a freight train coming through, and you don't even have time to like process the severity of what's happening until they tell you this is so severe that your baby's not going to live. So you can terminate the pregnancy or you can try for surgery. And this is what we think we can do to save his life.
Was there any moment that, I mean, I know that the doctors are going to lay all the options out, but was there a moment that you didn't feel like Rady Children's Hospital and the doctors and staff there had this under control? Did they make you feel like we can do it?
Absolutely. There was never a moment where we felt like, is this even possible? So they had like option A, B, and C laid out, and it was incredible. Like they had a plan A, a backup plan, and the backup to the backup plan.
Wow. Yeah, that's I mean, I can't even imagine. But that's what they do at Rady Children's Hospital. I mean, they're changing the game here. Kellen, you have now gone under the knife 4 times, 4 heart surgeries?
4 to 6.
4 to 6. I don't remember if there was a couple that got snuck in there.
Earlier this year, Kellen had open heart surgery in April. What was going through your head as you have to go back to Rady once again and they got to open you up once again?
I don't want to say normal, but nothing was like scary about it, because my surgeon that had done all my surgeries, he retired, so I got a new surgeon, but we talked with him. I asked all the questions I could, and after that, just having the big day coming up, it wasn't scary, it was calming. Knowing
Weird.
that, like, I'm fine. I'm just gonna lay on a bed, and I'm gonna wake up in another bed.
Why is Kellen so much more of an adult than I am? I mean, I'm not even close. I'm
I think
freaking out.
there's like an actual answer for that, and that's because Rady Children's Hospital creates that environment. And the only way they can create that environment, and Mom, correct me if I'm wrong here, but is by your donations. So 760, text that to the number 51555. If you guys could, just what's the pitch to get our listeners right now to donate?
I would say that there's probably a lot of people listening right now saying, I don't have hundreds, I don't have thousands to dollars. I'm not going to be one of those donors that's going to match every call. But families like ours have been so impacted by the little donations that have come through. So Kellen has to get probably like a 45-minute ultrasound every 6 months, and they put a movie on for him. And that's a donation. And what is that? A $20 DVD?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like any amount will help. So if you're listening and you're thinking, I can't make that $1,000 donation, even if you made $20, even if it was 10, even if it was $10 a month, whatever it is, it's going to impact families.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're looking to donate that $10, if you donate right now, it becomes $30. It's a triple match right now. So it's a big deal. And like you said, Christina, you know, just as simple as Rady Children's Hospital being able to go buy a new DVD, a new movie that comes out that the kids can sit down and watch while they are there at the hospital, getting a procedure done, getting even if it's a checkup, whatever it is. You don't realize just these little things that are knocking dominoes down that are changing lives, helping lives. It's part of the healing process, and it doesn't happen without you guys. So that number again, 800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. Kellen, what's going on these days besides, you know, just knocking out another surgery? No big deal. I don't know, 4, 6, whatever. It's fine. You doing sports?
If you count airsoft as a sport. then.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah, we count airsoft as a sport. I'm sure your mom digs that.
I love it.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Are you into fireworks too? But
Lighting things on fire. Yeah.
So, airsoft. How long have you been doing airsoft?
Not long.
Not-
No.
No. Well, we have a bunch of airsoft here. So everybody break out the airsoft. We're gonna have a quick fight. Where do you go to play?
Somewhere in Lakeside. I don't remember the name.
That's actually the name of the place, somewhere in Lakeside.
Everything in Lakeside is somewhere.
That's correct. That's correct. By the way,
Kellen's another one of these stories like we heard yesterday. I can't remember, was that the very first person we had on, but where they had to kind of, Rady Children's had to create a new sort of technology to help you out. That was the 3D printer creating models of the hearts with congenital heart defects, planning out these complex heart surgeries, because you're not dealing with heart surgery on a full-grown adult or a full-grown man-child like TD. You're dealing with surgeries on babies. Like, how crazy is that to have a 4-day-old baby and understanding that he needs to go have surgery?
Yeah. So when Kellen was born, his heart was the size of a walnut. And so imagine trying to do ultrasounds on a pregnant lady on something that is the size of a walnut. You can't see what's going on in there. And so, like, these 3D printers really help the surgeons get a feel for like what exactly they need to do. So when he was born, we were told, remember, like plan A, plan B, and the backup to plan B. What they did was something totally different, because once you get in there, you realize that things aren't exactly what it looked like in the ultrasound. Now that he's bigger, they can get those pictures, those images, and recreate what his heart dimensions are, all the measurements, and know exactly what they're going to do before they even do it.
By the way, just
That's
as you
a
mentioned
walnut.
Lakeside, 2 different Lakeside donations just popped up.
That's right.
So start throwing out all the different communities.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
with-
Richard, thank you so much, man. $25. That just became $75. Yeah, we got Adriana out in Valley Center doing a one-time donation of $19. Thank you so much, Adriana. I love it when the Valley Center ones come in. You know, it's
just
the
gonna say,
hometown.
Mission Valley, Lemon Grove,
Yeah.
Del Mar. Just start pouring them in, people.
Yeah, San Marcos, Escondido, Vista, wherever you're at, wherever you can, call 1-800-258-0007. You can text 760 to 51555 as well. Mary just donated $50 out in San Diego. Thanks so much, Mary. You're the best. Kellen, you're amazing, man. I mean, it's come on, it's I'm blown away. I'm thinking a heart the size of a walnut. Rady Children's Hospital, not only making 3D models to figure out how they're going to fix it, but then you somehow got to fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, welcome to the future. No, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible to me. But we appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We'll continue to raise money here with the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon all day long. But I do gotta talk to you about my GMC truck. Okay. I love my truck. I love it. I can't help it. I take it everywhere. And we got a few cars that I could choose from. It's fine. I could drive my wife's car around. It's nice, but it's not my GMC truck. I'm telling you, it's my go-to. It's my daily driver. The thing is so comfortable. The fit finish will blow your mind. If you tell me there's any other truck out there, I will. It's better than that. I'm going to call you a liar. I will call you a liar. And if you're thinking, well, Travis, where do I go find these trucks? Where can I find it? Because everywhere I go, there's just not any on the lot. Well, guess what? North County Cadillac GMC, they have the inventory. And Jamie and his team over there, when you go, they're going to help you save big this December on Cadillac and GMC models. And you know why they have the inventory? Because they make these deals, they move these vehicles, they sell these trucks. And when GMC sees them selling the trucks, they go, you know what we should do is send them more so they can have more inventory there. So stop by the North County Cadillac GMC as they're handing me cards here of Kellen, stop by the dealership there in the heart of Escondido Auto Mall. Test drive and experience vehicles like the GMC Sierra 1500, or you can shop their huge selection of inventory online. It's North County Cadillac GMC, exceeding your expectations every time. The iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon continues here next.
This update is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. We will begin here with college football. Three-star quarterback prospect Danny O'Neal announcing on social media that he has committed to San Diego State. Coach Sean Lewis has gotten his quarterback. NFL Chargers Raiders on Thursday Night Football. You're going to hear that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, Draymond Green suspended indefinitely by the league after his third ejection of the season a couple nights ago. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions do apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Yeah, we're rolling through it. Big Rich City and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760, doing this all day here. Raising money, changing lives, saving lives.
We got a showstopper during the break, CD.
Ooh, showstopper?
Our buddy Peter Solis, $95 a month donation here to the Rady Children's Giveathon.
That was a monthly donation?
That was a monthly donation. Peter Solis, that is so generous. Thank you, brother. Thank you for listening. I know you've donated every single year to the Rady Children's Giveathon. I know your wife gets mad at you every single year because you spend 3 hours upstairs crying. But thank you for donating. That is huge, man, and that will go a long, long way.
Peter's heart is massive. God, I love that guy so much. As we are plugging along here on the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. Gosh, Peter, love you, buddy. Honestly, love you.
Jake, $50. Thank you, Jake.
Yep. Mama Dale donates $100. Thank you so much, Mom. We love you too. Appreciate you. But she donated it to Kogo. So
does she like Ted and LaDonna?
I don't know.
Does she not like you?
I don't. Yeah, apparently I am not loved as much as Ted and LaDonna. I went over to see Ted and LaDonna to see if Mama Dale's tag got put on their window, and they all told me I was number one, which I don't quite understand. A little rude here. A little rude. So that went down.
Right there. And Dale.
Yeah, and Dale. There it is. Kogo text. Ouch. That's rough. We did also get a text message right as we were finishing that last segment. And holy smokes, man. Kellen here with us with his parents. That text, do you have that thing up?
I do. It's from the 619. And we shared this with Kellen's family, but this from the 619. I know Kellen from church. He volunteers in the kid ministry. That young man is so full of love and light that he has impacted me and my family on more than one occasion. Although we serve in different sections of the kid ministry, I'm so happy anytime we have a chance to cross paths. He's a blessing to everyone that knows him. Thank you for sharing that, 619.
Wow.
And we felt that from Kellen within 3 minutes of meeting him last year and this year, to see how much confidence he's gained from the time where last year he wasn't really able to talk on mic and mom had to do most of it, to this year being so well-spoken and so active and so ready to go with the right messaging. It's pretty cool to see his transformation over a year.
Oh, it's very cool. Very cool. Mom, Dawn, you can sit right here. Yeah, wherever you guys like. We got Cassidy and Dawn coming in. These headphones you guys can use, and that way you can hear Fletch over there behind the glass in the bubble. But that's our next guest. We have Cassidy, Mom, Dawn, as we continue on here in the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. By the way, got a message that pacing today a little bit off from last year.
Like behind?
So yesterday's we have record days. Today, a little off the throttle, which means we got to mash that thing down.
Well, right now, it's matching hour.
Yeah.
So get your texts in, get your calls in. We'll go through the numbers one more time, but 760-51555. And then if you want to call, it's 1-800-258-0007. If we're falling behind, that's no good.
No,
start
not
dialing,
good at all.
Start texting.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Because we got to get to 20 grand if we're going to get that 20 grand, and everything that you donate right now gets tripled. So it's a big deal. 1-800-258-0007 or text 760 to 51555. Cassidy joining us here off to my left. Cassidy, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now you've got a story to tell here. What happened?
You want the full story?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
It was a blustery evening.
I was diagnosed with a rare form of kidney disease called FSGS at 8 years old. It's a very rare form, not well known. So I was diagnosed in 2012, and it's been a struggle. It kind of took away my childhood, but the disease kind of progressed, and I was put on 2 different forms of dialysis. I was put on peritoneal dialysis to the stomach every night. I had to do that for 8 hours. I did that for about 2 years, and then that was no longer really keeping me healthy, so I had to get put on something called hemodialysis through the heart. It took blood out, scrubbed it, and put it back in. So I did that at the hospital 5 days a week for 4 hours a day, and that really wasn't helping to keep me alive, and it was very hard because my disease was progressing worse, and they told my parents I had 2 weeks left to live before I needed a transplant. It was very detrimental, so I was put at the top of the list for kids in San Diego. I was at the very top for the number 1 person that needed a kidney transplant. Over 200 people got tested for me, not a single one was a match, and my donor, the lady that ended up giving me her kidney came out of the blue, out of the woodwork, said that, "I just wanna put something good out into the world," and she found my doctors found her at, I believe it was UC San Diego, and, she was a perfect match, and my transplant was scheduled within 2 days, and it was, like, 4 days before my 15th birthday, so I got to
Oh my
spend that in the
gosh.
hospital, but it was a blessing and big birthday gift.
Holy smokes.
And
So
now here you are, 18 years old. That's incredible. But Dawn, if you could, you get told 2 weeks to live for your little girl.
Yes.
What were the emotions?
It was absolutely devastating. We knew that we were getting to the end of her kidney disease, and she was so sick when she was on the hemodialysis. I mean, literally a port in her chest. And this woman came, like she said, this woman came out of the blue, and it was a miracle. And, you know, we also want people to know that you have 2 kidneys. So the saying is called share your spare. So this woman shared her spare, and we got to finally meet her too, 6 months post-transplant, and it was amazing.
wow. Do you talk to her now?
Yes,
Yeah, you still do.
yes, keep in touch with her. Every kidney anniversary, I'll call her. We'll keep in touch.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's an amazing lady.
That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So you get diagnosed at 8 years old. You don't have the transplant until you're 15.
I believe it was 15.
She was 14 and a half,
14.
and then 4 days later she turned 15.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15. But I'm
Got
18
it.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're waiting 6 years plus
Yeah.
to find a donor.
Right.
I mean, what's going through your head, Cassidy, at that time?
You know, I was very young, so it was a lot to process, and I think my little mind really couldn't handle it all, but I look back and you really can't take things for granted, even like the smallest things, like having water every day. I could only have 32 ounces of water, and you really just the simplest thing is like drinking water, you really take that for granted. So I live every day now very thankful, very grateful that I'm still here, and I want to try and make an impact, and I was given a second chance at life, so I really want to try and do something great one day.
I mean, I don't even think of this. This isn't something that even that popped into my head, but you can only have a certain amount of water because you don't want to overuse your kidney. Is that what was going on?
So when I had both my kidneys, my original kidneys, they were very scarred, but I had to have a double nephrectomy and both kidneys removed. So when I was on dialysis, I was only allowed 32 ounces of water a day because I had no kidneys. But now that I have a kidney, I have to drink like 80 plus ounces of water a day. So it's more than I could ever imagine like drinking. So it's a lot.
Well, Cassidy, you say you want to do something great. It feels like you're on your way to becoming a doctor. What was that word you just used?
I actually just graduated jewelry design school Tuesday.
Wow.
So, yeah, trying to be a jewelry designer.
Let's see some bling. What you got?
I mean, not much.
She's done up. She's done up. Come on. Jewelry design. You like to make rings, or you want to make necklaces, bracelets, all of it?
Design my own jewelry line. I really want to do celebrity jewelry design.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
But so you live down here in San Diego, though.
Yeah.
Are you moving up to LA, being part of the jewelry district up there?
I'm trying to. I mean, my parents are.
We just got a look from Dawn.
Oh, she was like, "He better shut."
Well,
look, I was just gonna say it's miserable up there. You don't want to go. That's what I was gonna say.
Dodger Stadium smells terrible.
Yeah. LA in general smells terrible.
Yeah, Dad's pretty concerned about it, but we'll get him over that.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the jewelry district?
Yes. Yeah.
I would have said that's all you need to do is go once, and you'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah, I was just in LA last night for a black tie gala. It was wonderful. So I like it up
Okay,
there.
all
But
right.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Mom, Dawn, not happy.
Not so much.
Not happy with it. Look, we need you to donate 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. Did I add too many fives in that? I was waving as I was saying that.
There's 3
555. Yeah,
fives.
that's good. 51555 is where you're going to text 762.
And we are falling off the pace from last year.
Yeah.
And that doesn't fly here because we're competitive people. And so if you're driving around right now, make sure you call. If you're sitting at work right now, make sure you text. Mom, give us the best pitch possible to get people who are listening right now to donate. How did Rady Children's help you?
Well, my family started donating when Cassidy was sick. We started donating to Rady Children's Hospital, and our amounts have increased over the years. And Rady's is also fortunate, as my oldest brother does the same thing, and he and I match our donations. So they need the money, and I know last year they fell short. That they didn't raise as much money as that they wanted to. So I really encourage people to, if they can and if they're willing, to donate. Any amount matters. Any
And if
amount
not,
matters.
just spread the word.
Yes, just spread the word. If you can't, if you're not able to donate, spread the word to your friends and family and see if they can help.
I love it. I love it. And then when you do help, you're going to be helping people like Cassidy here, who amazing story.
Thank you.
Amazing human being.
Thank
you. You're alive because of Rady Children's Hospital.
Yes, truly. My doctors and nurses.
What a gift, right, Don?
I will tell you that kidney clinic, amazing. There's every doctor, every nurse, everybody there is amazing, and they work tirelessly to help their children. They call them their children.
Yeah, you're part of the Rady family now.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody says it. Everybody says that we go to Rady. Now we're part of the Rady family.
Yes.
And do you still have to go to Rady, Cassidy? Do you have to check up at all?
I do, yeah. I have monthly doctor's appointments, but it was every week. It was a blood draw every week, a doctor's appointment every week. But I'm like 2 months out from that, blood draw every month. So I'm doing really good, but I still visit frequently.
You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you sharing your story. I can't say it enough. Absolutely incredible,
Thank
Cassidy.
you.
Thank you. And good luck with making jewelry.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to buying some because we're pretty much celebs.
Yeah, you
Just
are.
don't become a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
I promise.
Okay.
Padres all the way.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. The iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon is happening all day today. That number again, 800-258-0007, or text 760 to 51555. But we got to get to at least 20 grand this hour. Otherwise, we're not getting the 20 grand match, and everything you donate's getting tripled. So anything you do $5, do $5, make it 15.
We're not there yet. So get to your phones right now. Text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. Cassidy, Dawn, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story.
Yes.
If you got one last chance to yell at listeners, go ahead, yell at them and
Right.
tell them to pick up their phones.
I just say thank you and really give it a chance and
Mhm.
maybe help a kid or a family this Christmas. So thank you.
Definitely.
Well said.
Very
Not a
well
yell.
said. Now look over at Fletch and see how skinny he is. He didn't used to be that skinny. He was a big fat fatty. All right. He was a big fat, dumpy, tired, sad.
Keep them coming.
I mean, a roly-poly. Good God, he'd sweat continuously.
Well, I still sweat a lot.
Okay.
But I have lost close to 45 pounds here, and it's because of sdfatloss.com. Are you tired of the yo-yo dieting? Are you thinking about the latest fad medication, prescription medication? You know what those rhyme with, Schmoshmempic. Most people don't realize that while you may lose weight on those, it's just temporarily suppressing your hunger. So as soon as you get off that drug, your frustration and your weight comes right back to haunt you. sdfatloss.com has the secret for quick weight loss. Most importantly, lasting weight loss. The three of us got on SD Fat Loss a couple months ago, and we're never looking back because what it's done is changed our mental aspect of food. Like, we are able to think about food differently because of what Wayne and Chloe taught us. If you want a free consultation today, get on over to sdfatloss.com or call 858-665-3211. No money for you there. It's just a free consultation with Wayne or Chloe, and they'll hook you up and teach you how to lose weight the real way. Find out the secrets of losing up to 1 pound of fat every single day. No exercise required, no counting points or calories, no prepackaged meals, no hormones, no drugs, no injections. Wayne and Chloe will teach you how to do this without the yo-yo dieting. We're keeping the weight off, which is the first time in my life that I've been able to do this. So sdfatloss.com, free consultation today. Oh, and by the way, for our listeners at Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, SDFatLoss.com, offering $200 off the program from now until December 31st. So even if you don't want to start right away, from now until December 31st, you can sign up and get $200 off the program and then get started January 1st. That's just fine. Get on over to SDFatLoss.com.
Yeah, Big Rich and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760 minutes left here of this show, but we're going to be doing the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon for the remainder of the day. So anything we can do here to hit this goal, we got 20 grand we got to get to by the end of this hour in order to get the 20 grand match. So anonymously donated by a patient family, and it's triple time. So anything you donate is going to get tripled. Also, there is a Galaga video game out in the lobby if you'd like to stop by and challenge me.
Why doesn't
That's
everyone take a guess on who has the high score?
cool. Look, I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, but it's me.
By the way, Paolo, thank you. Thank you to Eric. Thank you
Yeah.
to Charlotte. Everybody who's donating here in the last 20 minutes or so. This whole hour, it's a triple match. So everything up to $20,000 will be matched by an anonymous family whose life was changed by Rady Children's Hospital. And I just did it. This isn't a brag thing. This is how easy this is to do thing. I texted 760 to 51555. It took me less than 2 minutes to finish this process.
I did the same thing.
It's easy. It makes you feel good inside. It helps you with your taxes. And more importantly, there are 44 children waking up that are babies that have been born within the last 2 weeks in the NICU this morning who aren't going to be able to go home for Christmas. The families will be at Rady Children's Hospital for Christmas this year. That is where your money is going to make that feel a little bit more like home. It's all staying right here in San Diego. And God forbid one day you need Rady Children's Hospital. It's a good thing it's there.
Yep. Robin, thank you. $25 donation. Judith, $50 donation. We got Martha, $50. I mean, they keep pouring in. In fact, we were up to 124 one-time pledges this hour. How about that? Matthew out in Temecula, boom, $25. Come on. Anything you can do. 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555. Richie Ornberger texted in $250 donation, which became $750. How about that? You know, if he would have done 250, 266, I don't know, whatever the number is, it would have been tripled. He could have made it 760. Come on.
All right, well, Travis Dale, your idea, do it.
253.33.
If we can get one of those, by the way, in the next 3 minutes before we're off
How
the
cool
air.
would that be?
So what's the number?
253.33. I don't know if you can donate cents.
If we can get one of those
253
before we're off the air, this show will do something special for you. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we'll say that. It's against the law, but we'll say it anyways.
Robert,
yeah,
thank you,
buddy.
man. $25.
Julian, woo! That's what I'm talking about. $25. They're rolling in now, and we love it. Look, it has been a very special couple days. We're very, very excited to be doing this. We do it every single year. We'll do it again next year because it is meaningful. It makes a huge impact here in our community, and having Rady Children's Hospital right here in San Diego is a blessing. We take it for granted because we don't realize what it's like to not have a Rady. So when there are people coming in from Hawaii, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, there's a reason, because there's no other hospital like it. There's no one else that does what they do like they do it. And you hear every single family that comes through, we're part of the Rady family now. And as you donate, you are also part of the Rady family now. And,
Huge thanks
and we appreciate
to
it.
Jersey Mike's, San Diego County
Right.
Credit Union, Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, J-Lab Audio, SeaWorld, Sesame Place. We appreciate you all. You're the reason we're able to do this for a couple days. And we're going to be a little late getting to calling today, but that's okay, because I want to make sure anybody who's just waking up gets these numbers one more time. So to donate, 1-800-258-0007 or text 760 to 51555. I just did that. It took less than 2 minutes for me to make that donation. Important to hear that 386 kids right now are waking up at Rady Children's Hospital today. Those kids will not be home for Christmas. Those kids will be in the hospital for Christmas. That is where your money is going. 44 of those are babies. 32 of those are dealing with cancer treatments. 107 of those are in the surgical unit. 21 of those are in the pediatric intensive care unit, the PICU. 23 of those are in the cardiothoracic intensive care unit. 12 of those are in the child and adolescent psychiatric unit.
Yep.
That's where your money's going. Put a face to it. It's children, it's babies, and that's who you're trying to help.
That's right. And we thank each and every one of you today. We thank all of our guests. We're just thanking the sponsors here for the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon and San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board updates. as we're waiting for the band. Hang on for it. There it is. 25,170. Excuse me. Whoa. Back it up. $258,174.97. Mike Usher opened the door. Come on, rookie. Yeah, how about that? Wow, I completely blew it.
Reading is hard,
258,000.
Mike.
Yeah, reading is not for us. Anyways, you know what just happened with that tote board update? We hit the 20 grand. We get the match.
Vincent, $25. Thank you,
That's what
brother.
I'm talking about.
Laura, $50. Thank you. Jamie, can't see the number yet, but that is $25. Thank you, Jamie. Colin Coward is coming up next. Thank you to everybody for these last 2 days. I'll be back at noon with the Darren Smith Show, and we're going to keep this thing going until 6 o'clock tonight. So just because you haven't donated yet doesn't mean you shouldn't donate.
That's right. Richie on the mend. He'll be back with us tomorrow on a Bar Cart Friday, brought to you by Keg and Bottle.
Hey, that's me.
That's you. $25, baby, making it $75 this hour. Ben Fletcher, the iHeart Radio Rady Children's Giveathon continues. It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. We'll see you tomorrow.